Hey guys, I've been meaning to do this video for about a week now, but I wasn't feeling good. I got a stomach ulcer, and now I'm back. It's kind of under control. Um, about 2 weeks ago, maybe 2.5 weeks ago, there was a TechCrunch article about NordVPN having a data breach, and that was kind of a big deal. But NordVPN was like, well, we don't keep logs, so it's not as big of a deal as people are making it. And I kind of agree with them, but there are some problems with their service that I have in regards to that policy. One, they don't offer IPv6, which means that their VPN can IPv4 leak your information. And two, they do hold user information within their databases for payment info, which means that people can slowly, through some social engineering or just creativity or sifting through data, break down what users are using what nodes on their network and things like that. For anybody that isn't super tech savvy, NordVPN provides what's called a virtual private network, and the uh, for the purpose of anonymizing data, bypassing content filters, and things like that. I don't like NordVPN service, as I just said, but I'm gonna actually just move on from there. If you want to read about the NordVPN data breach, I'm sure there's other VPNs that were breached around the same time. They're going to become a very popular target for attack as more VPNs continue to sponsor tech YouTube channels and so on. Um, and that's not necessarily a bad thing because most of them have no log policies, but there are some things that you should be aware of. So let's move on to just VPN use cases. So there are a lot of good reasons to use a VPN, but not everyone really needs one. VPNs are very good for people that are in hostile states or countries that are in turmoil that want to bypass content filters, spread information among activists. They're good for hacktivists, journalists that want to avoid prosecution for publishing articles. They're good for informants to journalists, informants to agencies, and things like that. They're great for bypassing censorship in any country in the world. I know a lot of Australians that use American VPNs to bypass Australia's censorship. Germans use VPNs a lot to get past a lot of Germany's content censorship laws and things like that. However, they're not as great at anonymity as you would think. A lot of people on VPNs get a false sense of anonymity because they think that because their browsing data is being anonymized by using a node that, say, a couple hundred, a couple thousand other people are using, that they're just totally anonymous. Well, that's not really true, especially for most people just using a VPN because they saw an ad on a YouTube channel or things like that. If you're still logged in to Google and using Google as your search engine, for example, Google's still collecting all of your data when you're searching and things like that. It's just your ISP isn't monitoring that data anymore. Google is far worse about collecting data on you than your ISP ever will be. So if you're going to be using a VPN, you really need to consider also using a different search engine and a different web browser or something like that. The other issue is that your payment info is tied to these VPN accounts. And so if there is a data breach, and people know that you're using this VPN, they can tie these IP addresses to your payment info and things like that. It also is a big problem when there are data breaches, because, all your payment info gets out there if the database is leaked. So, I want to talk about some VPNs that provide real anonymity. You have Mulvad, which accepts payment info through cryptocurrency, which is how everyone should be paying for a VPN. And that doesn't mean that you need to invest in Bitcoin or things like that. You could buy a year's worth of the VPN fee in Litecoin and pay for it up front. And then you just get a key and some VPN profiles to add to whatever your network manager is on Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. And some of these providers also provide their own VPN clients as well. Mulvad's VPN client is pretty nice. I actually don't use Mulvad anymore. I use Proton VPN because it comes bundled with my email service that I use. However, I really highly recommend Molvad. I'm not being sponsored by Molvad or anything like that. I just think that if you're planning on anonymizing your data and you don't want to go through the trouble of slowing your connection down as much as using the Tor network would, that is the way to go. The Tor network is also another solution. You can get connected to the Tor network by just using Tor browser. You can set up your entire connection interface to use the Tor network. It is slow, but it is anonymous. It almost 100% anonymous. The data you store on your machine is probably going to be the most compromising data that's going to be on your system while browsing on the Tor network. There's a lot of stigma around using the Tor network because of the whole dark web thing and crime busts that the FBI and Interpol have been doing on the dark web. But there's nothing bad about anonymizing your data. You do not have to have done something wrong to be targeted by an organization based on something that you said online or something that you searched online. And that's something that a lot of people need to understand. Now, that being said, not everybody needs a VPN. I need one to just reroute my traffic most of the time because I'm on a mobile hotspot. If you're gaming, a VPN is going to do nothing good for you. If you're watching content, depending on where you're at, you'd be better off just on your standard connection most of the time. It is nice for some VPNs that Netflix doesn't detect, for example, to be able to watch content from other countries. But for the most part, not everyone needs a VPN, and if you're going to use a VPN, I highly recommend you pick one that accepts cryptocurrency. Do not host it yourself. Some of these larger VPNs have faster networks, so if you just want to get around content locks and things like that, those are good. But if you want to anonymize your data, pick a VPN that accepts cryptocurrency. I'm going to be doing more videos on data privacy in the future, so if this one was a little less informative than you were expecting, or it was informative enough for you and you'd like to learn more, I'd like to do one at least once a month. So please like and subscribe. I have a Patreon. I'm trying to churn out content once a week right now. I'd like to get to the point where I'm doing it 2 or 3 times a week, but I have to get better at video editing because I can't have every video like this one where it's just in vlog format, because some of them are supposed to be tutorial videos. The next video I'm going to release should be released on Friday, and it has nothing to do with this. It's a gaming video on how to get Elite Dangerous running on Steam with Steam's Steam Play compatibility layer on Linux. All right, thank you.